So today we shall be dealing with surface area and volume of a cuboid and cube. So you can well see that this particular matchbox is in shape of a cuboid. This particular wooden piece is in the shape of a cuboid. Why so? Because it has a definite length, it has a definite breadth, and it has thickness also, which we call it height. This is your thickness. Similarly, here we have length, this is your breadth, and this is your thickness. So you can say that whether you talk about a cube or a cuboid, isn't it? They are 3D shapes. 3D shapes. Why? Because they have 3 dimensions. 3 dimensions. Now these 3 dimensions are your length, they are your breadth, and they are your height. So they have these shapes, that is cube and cuboid, have length, breadth as well as height. Now how to play with this length, breadth and height, and what shall we studying over here? So we shall study here to find out the surface area. I am talking about the total surface area. So you can see over here the total surface area here includes this particular face. The same face is over here. Now these 2 faces and then these 2 faces. So you can say that a total of 6 faces are there, isn't it? 6 faces are there. Now each of them is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. Each of the faces is a rectangle, whether it be this face or this particular face. Now how to find out the total surface area? So I shall be finding out the surface area of each of these faces, isn't it? Come on. So let us see how to find out the total surface area of a cuboid. Total surface area of a cuboid. So now this particular cuboid will have a length, it will have breadth, as well as it will have a definite height. Now let us see that if this is your length, if this is your breadth, and if this is your height, so naturally the face, the front face over here will have its area as length into breadth. This is my length and this is my breadth. So this will have L into B plus, because the area of the rectangle here is L into B. Now the same face is over here also. So plus LB once again. Now let us find out the surface area of this particular portion. So this is your breadth and height, B into H. Similarly you have one more BH over here. So I'll write one more BH over here. Now once again let us find out the surface area of this particular portion. So this particular portion is my length into height. Length into height. So LH and one more LH is there, which is on this side. So now I have found out the total 6 faces of this particular cuboid. So let us assemble it. Twice LB plus twice LB plus twice BH plus twice LH, isn't it? Which will give you 2 LB plus BH plus LH. This means twice the product of LB, twice the sum of the product of LB, BH and LH respectively, isn't it? So the total surface area is equal to 2 LB plus BH plus LH. This is how we find out the total surface area of a cuboid. Now let us talk about the volume of a cuboid. Volume of a cuboid. So my dear, the volume of cuboid means how much, what is the capacity of this particular cuboid, how much water it can hold inside it. isn't it? Therefore, the volume of a cuboid is equal to your L into B into H. Length into B into H. Please mind it that here the unit will be either in meter cube or centimeter cube or any unit cube, isn't it? Because we are multiplying 3 of the dimensions. Now, let us consider a cube. Let us consider a cube which somewhat looks like this, whose all the sides are equal. Whose all the sides are equal. So when all the sides are equal, naturally its length, its breadth and its height, all of them will be equal to each other. Will be equal to each other. Let us say A. Therefore, let us put this in the formula, that is 2 LB plus BH plus LH. So is equal to twice A into A square plus A square plus A square will give you 2 into 3A square means 6A square. Means you find out the area of the front face, one of the faces, and multiply it by 6, because the area of this particular portion is a square and the area of a square is equal to A square, side into side. So we have 6 of them, so 6A square. Now similarly, when this is your total surface area, TSA, of a cube, this is your cube, let me write it properly, cube. Now what about the volume? So volume was L into B into H of a cuboid was L into B into H, which I am going to replace it with A into A, and which will give us A cube, that is side cube. This means side whole cube. Clear? Now since we now know the surface area and volume of a cube and cuboid, few sums are there which will really enhance your knowledge about it. Question number 1 says, find the total volume and total surface area. So find volume and total surface area of what? So they are saying of a cuboid whose dimensions are, that is length is given as 15 centimeter, breadth equal to 10 centimeter, and your height is equal to 8 centimeter. And I hope that you people will easily find out the volume, isn't it? So the volume will be equal to how much? Volume will be equal to L into B into H, which on multiplication 10 into 8 will give you how much? It will give you a value 1200 centimeter cube. So centimeter cube is very important over here, because if a slight change from centimeter cube to centimeter square will change the value. Okay, let us find out the surface area, that is total surface area. So when you are talking about total surface area, let us once again write the formula 2LB plus BH plus LH. So now it totally depends on the calculations. 2 into how much? 15 into 10 plus 10 into 8 plus 8 into 15 will give you how much? Twice multiplied by 150 plus 80 plus 120 will give you a value 700 centimeter square. So this is how we find out the total surface area and volume, provided we know its formula. Clear? Similarly, the second part also deals with the same thing. But one thing is to be remembered, that the unit should not be changed. Means in second part what we find, that my length is 3.5 meter, breadth is given as 2.6 meter, and my height is given as 90 centimeter. So naturally this 90 centimeter should be changed to meter. When you divide this by 100, you will get 0.9 meter. So now you put it in the formula and then find out the volume and the total surface area. Okay. Moving on to the next one, what I find that volume of a cuboid. So that is what I said. When L into B into H is equal to V, so if they give you L, B and H, they will ask you to find out the volume. They might give you three of these units, that is volume, height and base, and then they will ask you find the length. Similarly, they might give you length and breadth and volume, and they will tell you to ask the height. Now, based on this particular rule, we have number 2, which says that the volume of a cuboid is equal to 3456 centimeter cube. Fine. The length is given as 24 centimeter. Okay. Breadth is also given as 18 centimeter. And then they say that H is not given, so please find it out. So I am going to put this into the formula. L into B into H is equal to my volume. My length is 24 centimeter, breadth 18 centimeter, height I do not know, is equal to 3456. So naturally height will be equal to 3456 divided by 24 into 18. Isn't it? 24 into 18, which will give you a value 3456. When you multiply it or you cancel it, isn't it? You will get it as 8 centimeter. Clear? So similarly, the second part also, the volume of a cuboid is given over here in number second part. The volume of a cuboid is given, length is given, and the height is given. Find the breadth, which can easily be find out. The third one says the breadth and height, that is of a rectangular solid. So this rectangular solid, since it is a rectangular solid, if it would have been a square solid, it would have been called as a cube. If it is a rectangular solid, they are talking about cuboid. Clear? So a rectangular solid has the breadth B as 1.20 meter and the height is given as 80 centimeter. If the volume is given, volume is also given as 1.92 meter cube. So find the length. Find L. Find L. So we will put this in the formula, but here we need to change its unit, isn't it? To meter. Why not to change its unit to meter? So it depends on you. Either you change it into meter or you change it into centimeter. Okay. So now if I change this into centimeter instead of changing this, if I change this to centimeter, why? Because if we change this into centimeter, the decimal part will move out. So now my B becomes 120. B becomes my 120 centimeter. This is 80 centimeter and volume will be 1.92 multiplied by how much? Multiplied by 10 lakh. Now I won't go in that way. It's better I would change it over here. Therefore L into B into H is equal to 1.92. L is how much? 1.2. B, L is not given, sorry, L is not given. L into my breadth is 1.2 meter into height 0.8 meter is equal to 1.92. So why not to divide 1.92? L will be equal to how much? L will be equal to 1.92 divided by 1.92 divided by 1.2 into 0.8. Now what, after solving you will get a particular value as 0.8 meter. If you remove the decimal and solve it, because if you remove the decimal, naturally you will have to multiply it. Let us multiply. So 1.92, if we remove the decimal, two places over here, so I'll get 192 by 12 into 8, isn't it? 12 into 8, 96, which will give you how much? Which will give you somewhat a value as a value of 2 meter. So this is how we find out the value of length, breadth and height if the volume is given. Moving on to the next one, that is the third one. The length, breadth and height are of a cuboid. Number 3, the L is to B is to H. They are given in a ratio 5 is to 3 is to 2, 5. Now this doesn't mean that the length is 5, breadth is 3 and height is 2. So if we take a common factor x, okay, common factor x, then in that case my length will become 5x. These are the value. This was the ratio of L, B and H. Now the value becomes L as 5x, B as 3x and my H as 2x. Very good. Now they have also given you the volume. They have given you the volume as how much? 240 centimeter cube. So let us put in the formula. L into B into H, L into B into H is equal to 240 centimeter cube. Clear? Now 5x into, let me write it properly so that you people can understand. 5x into 2x into 3x will be equal to 240. So my dear, here you will get a value 5 2 times 10, 3s are 30. 30x cube is equal to 240. See how the calculation goes. So x cube will be equal to 240 divided by 30. So x cube is equal to 8 over here. So now when x cube is equal to 8, when x cube is equal to 8, so x will be equal to cube root of 8, and the cube root of 8 means 2 times 2 times 2. Cube root of 8 means 2 times 2 times 2. So I'll take one of them since we are finding the cube root over here. So cube root of 8 will be equal to 2. Now once you get the value of x as 2, naturally you can find out the dimensions. Means the length becomes how much? Now the length becomes 5 2 times 10 centimeter. B becomes 3 2 times 6 centimeter, and my H becomes 2 2s are 4 centimeter. So once you find length, breadth and height, I hope you can find out its volume also by multiplying all these three values. Okay, come on. Now the length, breadth and height of a cuboid are in the ratio. Once again they have given you the ratio. Okay, if the total surface area, means here though they have given you in number 4, though they have given you a cuboid with the length, with the ratio of length, breadth and height as 6 is to 5 is to 3. This means on taking a common factor x, okay, on taking a common factor x, you will have your length is equal to 6x, breadth is equal to 5x and h is equal to 3x as their values. Okay, now they have given you total surface area. This time they have not given you the volume, they have given you total surface area as how much? 504 centimeter square. So we will equalize the total surface area with the total surface area of the cuboid? Come on. So total surface area of a cuboid, once again, let me remind you that it is 2LB plus BH plus LH. This is the total surface area of a cuboid. So this 2LB plus BH plus LH will give you how much? 2LB. Have a look. L into B. So 6 5s are 30x square. BH, that is 5 3s are 15x square. And LH, 6 into 3, 18x square is equal to 504 centimeter square. You shouldn't write over there. At the end I am going to put the values. So 2 times, when you multiply, how much you are going to get? 2 times 63x square is equal to 504. Isn't it? 2 times 63 is equal to 504. Now the value of x square will be equal to 504 divided by 3 2s are 6 and 2 times 6 2s are 12, 126. So 504 by 126 will give you a value 4. Once you get x square is equal to 4, therefore the value of x will be equal to square root of 4 means 2. So the value of x is equal to 2. Now when the value of x is equal to 2, can't you people find out length, breadth and height? Once you find out length, breadth and height, naturally you put it in the formula. You put it in the formula. Volume is equal to L into B into H, and you will get the particular you can say the desired value. Coming on to the next one, number 5. I wouldn't take it long, so just stay tuned. Number 5 says, find the volume and total surface area of a cube. So here once again before we start the other sums, number 5 gives us a reminder about volume of a cube as a cube, that is side cube, and the total surface area as 6a square. So they have given you the side. As 8 centimeter. So naturally I am going to put this 8 centimeter in the formula, and we are going to find out the volume as A into A is equal to 8 into 8 into 8. Okay, which will give you 51512 centimeter cube. Clear? Now total surface area is equal to how much? Is equal to 6a square, that is 6 times a will give you 6 into 8 into 8. Totally it depends upon calculations. So is equal to 384 centimeter square. Clear? So similarly, the second part says the side is given as 2 meter 40 centimeter. So why not to convert this into meter? So once you convert it into meter, you will get 2.4 meter. Now if the side is 2.4 meter, naturally you can put it either in this one, in both of them, and find out the exact value which they have been asking for. Okay, so from 6 onwards, it's better we switch on to the next video. Till then, please stay tuned.